talked about the defense and just how it was. How do you feel like the guys sort of switched on maybe in this game?
I think it's hard to focus collectively for 48 minutes. I thought there was maybe a very short stretch, but there's a selflessness that is required to just defend no matter what's going on, and that's what I saw tonight. Whether it was, we talked about rebounding, we rebounded collectively. We shared the ball, we passed the ball. The things that I think our group needs to do to be successful, we did tonight, and it's good that we were rewarded for it as well.
And I know pre-game you joked about taking 15 3-point attempts. He was close to 12. Just the continued confidence that he's had of just when he's open, just letting it fly.
I wasn't joking. I think a lot of it too. You get more confident when your teammates are confident in you, and guys they were looking for him. And we talked a lot about not trying to attack the rim, if the rim is protected. And those were shots that, we've seen him take and make, and, the last few games, he hasn't shot it as well as he'd like to. But he got in and did extra work, and, it showed tonight.
Coach, at the beginning of the season, you had Chris Stapps as a low post threat, but you didn't really get him that much this season. Now you've got Jock Landale for the last 3 weeks, and you have one again. Is it hard to reincorporate it, or is it something where when you get it, you get extra benefits and side effects of having one?
Yeah, they're so different as players. To your point, I think what Jock's able to do is, find angles and deep seals. And I think, he's hadn't been here that long, but there was a point when he first got here. We're starting to figure out how to throw it to him in there, because he's not, he's getting position, and he's got a knack for pivoting and being able to seal or post a mismatch, particularly when teams are switching, is a big deal. And I think, again, the guys, there was a point where we weren't passing it to him in the right spots, and we were losing a few of them. And it's something we've talked a lot about, having our eyes out. We want to have our eyes in too. And he's manning the ball like that. As you said, those are baskets that we haven't gotten. So it's good to see.
Coach, your starting lineup with CJ, Nikhil, Dyson, Jalen Onyeka. There's statistically, even though obviously the sample size is huge, one of the best 5-man units in basketball right now. Can you talk about what makes those 5 that special, and maybe especially what CJ has done to fit into that so quickly?
Yeah, it's there was about a week or 2 week period where those guys were really trying to figure it out, and I think the 3 of them and not only those guys, but Dyson and O, and I thought it was true of our team tonight as far as them moving the ball and not caring who gets the shot, just making the right play. And, they are all capable of making plays, and I think what you saw tonight is they're making plays for each other and playing to their strengths, and that's going to vary, game to game. It's hard when people talk about defining roles. And that's a real thing, but also real is a group this is the first time that Jonathan's played with JJ and Nikhil. So this has been a constant for us, and the thing that allows teams to gel is just them throwing themselves into the team and being able to not worry about a lot of the numbers, the stuff that doesn't show up. The hockey assists, whatever the case may be, and I think those guys have, begun to really embrace that, and that makes the whole becomes greater than the sum of the parts.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.